Well, hello everybody. I'm Uncle Jimmy with Jimmy's Train Station, and this week we're going to be building a laser cut wood HO scale kit model from JL Innovative Designs out of Snock Rapids, Minnesota, and it's called Frywell Feed and Seed. But I'm actually going to make it for my waterfront scene. If you watch Jason Jensen Trains, he does very, very good job at fine scale modeling. And he is the one that influenced me to have me a waterfront because I really enjoyed watching his and the way he designed it. So this is going to be actually a shipping company for canned sardines. I'm going to make it. And I probably won't stick with the red color. I'll probably do it a different color. Like I said in my other videos, it's your world, your imagination. You don't have to stick with the same design or colors as on the box. You can be creative and be your own artist. And I think it was good old Bob Ross that used to say, it's your world, your imagination. And just be yourself and enjoy doing it. I actually went online and got some printouts and made them scale size for my model. There's a picture of a sardine. Show you what else I have here. Then I printed out some little individual signs of sardines. Just, to put on my building as little signs. I might not use all of them. There's some more I printed out. I'll figure it out as I go. I'm going to call it Cannery Rose Sardines. So I know that's going to be the name of the shipping company for sure. Then I printed out another small design sign of the same thing. So that's what I'm going to go with, a little shipping sardine company. So this is a brand new pack, brand new model. Paid $35 as you can see. Got it on eBay. Find a lot of good deals on eBay. Sometimes though you might want to go to the actual company's websites. For instance, like Bar Mills, and order off of them, because sometimes you find the prices are much better on the actual website. But then again, eBay is good because a lot of times you can save a few bucks. So let's open this up here. Let's see what's in the box. Get the plastic wrap off here. It's the first time I did one of these of this brand, so I'm anxious to see what's in the box here. Put this aside here. Open up the box here. This looks like a little plaster casting here, the way it looks. Of some type. I'm not sure what it is yet. And as always, you get I like these little metal castings that usually come with the kits. Looks like we got a skid in there, a couple skids. They always give you the metal barrels or the wooden barrels. Maybe a little crate or something, and some more little cans. And you don't have to use all these. What I do is, if I don't use them all, there's a little chimney, I will save them. And, for kit bashing, or which I don't do much kit bashing, but I save them for other kits. I really haven't got into kit bashing yet, but I've thought about it. Might like to try it. And you got some little plastic windows, ladders, your doors, and things like this in this package. These are all the plastic parts. Let's see what else is in here. Of course, you always get your bracing, your wooden bracings, and your trim for your buildings. Then, as always, you get your little plastic packet of your laser cut wood, which is your structure, your building structure. Seems to be more in the box here. It's like the never-ending box. Okay, I think that's all. And then you got this little cardboard stock. I don't know if that's like for your base to put it on or roofing maybe. Another little piece here. I'll probably take the staple out of this and save this. If I don't use it for this model, then I'll definitely use it for another. And then, of course, as always, there's some more stuff in here. Not done. It's full of surprises here. This is really good. I mean, they give you a lot of nice pieces in here. Here's your clear glass for your windows. Another little piece of paper. I'm not sure. Probably for roofing. Then I'll just save this in case I ever decide to do a feed mill or a seed company. You always save your extra things because you never know if you're ever going to need anything like that. This is nice. This has got little different advertisements on it to do with tractors and feed and seed and just a little bit advertising. So I'll keep that also and save it. Then you got your corrugated metal here that you use for your roofing. Of course, I like to rust it up a bit, weather it, make it look more realistic when I build these. There's another little piece. Then it looks like you got some roofing material here. I can't remember what this is called. It's almost like a black powder. And what you do is you usually put your glue on your roof and you spread this over the top really thin, and it's used for roofing. So that's what we got to start with. So we'll get started on this shortly. And looks like the parts are already out of the sprue, which makes it a little easier. So I'll decide what color I want to use. Maybe lift some clapboards to make it look a little more run down. Might weather it a bit. We'll figure that out. Of course, we'll have to put bracing on it. So we'll do all that, and then I'll come back and we'll discuss what comes next. Okay, everybody, we're back, and what we're going to do now is weather these pieces of the building that I have. And we're going to use the sponge technique today. And I also have painted the foundation gray. We're going to weather that also. And I've cut out some signs over here. Carefully cut them out for my sardine. That's what we're going to make it, a sardine shipping and receiving. This here I'll probably use as a another sign, maybe put it on a cardboard backing and as a hanging sign. I haven't decided yet, but I've got a few little signs to put on the walls because we're going to make it Cannery Row Sardine Company. So I'm going to show you that technique too. So let's get started here. It really doesn't matter what kind of sponge you use. It's all in the technique. I like using just a household dishwashing sponge. And what I do is, let me show you here. I decided to go with gray, so I'll dip my sponge into the gray paint and get some of the excess off here. You don't want too much paint on your sponge. I'll turn the camera around here so you can see what I'm doing. And we'll start with this. We'll do this piece here. So I'll show you what I do is I simply just sponge the gray on. Dab it here and there. And it gives the effect that the paint is peeling off the walls. And you just dab here and there. And I hope you can see that. It gives this worn effect here. So we do that to all the pieces basically. And let them dry. It's up to you how much you want to put on there. Some people use 2 or 3 colors just depending on what kind of look they're going for. So you're just simply dabbing with the sponge. Just like that. Now I'm going to show you the technique for the sign. I know I'm going to use this little one here to put on the wall once the paint dries. So what I do is to make it look like, if you want a painted looking sign, to make it look like it was painted on the wall, here's the result that I do, is you take some sandpaper and you just kind of push down and carefully sand the back of it. And you gotta be careful not to tear or anything. So what you're doing is you're making the paper really thin. But I like to put a few holes in the paper as I sand it to give that effect that it's painted on. And you can see the paint, the holes in the building. And I don't know if you can see that. There's like tiny holes, which the building is showed through. And you made the paper really thin. Then you simply just take clear Elmer's glue and put a little bit on the back and put it where you want on your wooden structure, which I'm going to put this one right here. And after you get it on there, you just take your finger and run across it to get the grooves of the board, the clapboard, to come through to make it look like it's painted on. So let me go ahead and finish these pieces up and put the signs on and do some weathering with some chalks. Now what I will probably do is take some brown and rub here and there on pieces after this dries. And then toward the bottom, I will go with, I haven't decided yet, probably black to make it look like the wood's rotting on the bottom from moisture. So when I get back, I'll show you what we have done. So here we are, folks, and I've weathered and all my pieces of my main structure. I've put signs on. Let's start with the concrete foundation. What I basically did is took some browns and black powders of my soft pastels and a little touch of red I used to make it look weathered. I hope you can see that. Shine the light here to give it a real limestone and brick look. And then, of course, I did all my weathering on my main walls. I'll put some light on it. Maybe you'll see a little bit. But there's a sign right there. And I went over it with some chalks. I decided to go with black because the brown really wasn't showing up on the brown paint. So I weathered a little darker at the bottom to make it look like moisture rot. And at the top, I just did it here and there. Another piece. Another. And here's one more. So it gives you kind of an idea. Make it look like the signs are painted on or they're weathered really well. They've been there a long time. So this is the effect you want to kind of get with your pieces. I mean, there's other ways and other techniques. This is just the ones I prefer. And like I said, I learned a lot of my modeling. I like to give credit a lot to Jason on Jason Jensen Trains on YouTube, because he has really inspired me to do this and inspired me to do the modeling and use some of his techniques. He's much better than I am. He's an artist by trade, but I think I do pretty good considering just doing this only for a year. So in our next little video segment, I'll basically have the main structure built, and then we'll go on with adding details and adding the roofing, and I'll teach you how to build a sign and things like this. So until then, enjoy modeling, and if you'd like to get in the hobby, that's great. The more the merrier. And until the next video, we'll be back and have the structure pretty much put together, and we'll go from there. Thanks for watching again. Well, hello again, and we're back, and I wanted to show you the progress I've made on my model. I've decided to basically do it totally different than what the directions said. I'm making it my own. As you can see, I've got open docks there with floors on both the top and the bottom. None of this is glued down yet. I just wanted to show you how I'm going to set it up. I'm going to have the steps there going in to the warehouse, and over here's the little office. I put a block under there, which I'm going to paint cement color with a little walkway going up to it. I added this door on the side because I wanted that closed. And on this side, I added a piece of paper that looks like wood and blocked that off. And the tops here, as you can see, is corrugated metal, which I'm going to rust up eventually and make it more look realistic and weathered. The same way with the gray here, I painted. It's a kind of glossy right now. But what I'll do is I'll divide it with a pencil. I'll use a number 2 pencil and make lines on it to look like cement, pieces of cement, and then put some cracks in it and take some brown pastels and go over the gray, which will make it look like weathered cement. I still have my castings to paint if I use any of them or all of them. I haven't decided. But I'm basically using 3 colors for rust, and I'll use the sponge technique. I'm using this right here. It's called Deep Burgundy. It's about that color. And then, of course, some orange for older rust. And then real dark burnt umber for older rust. The oldest, it'll be the darkest. I still have my 2 signs to make. I'll probably put the Cannery Row on top of my office building. And the sardine one I'll make into a sign and put on top of my warehouse building. I've also got fence pieces laying around the sides that I'm going to put on the back of the building. I'll add some figures and details. And when I'm completely done with the model, I'll show you what I have. But before I go, remember I said about saving everything that I don't use. This is an example. I've got a little tray here just full of stuff that I've saved from other models and pieces of wood and things I've handmade. I made these little pillars here for my waterfront scene. Handmade them myself to go in my water. So, you know, it's amazing the things you can do with this hobby. But when I get back, the last video will be the completed model so you can see what I have accomplished. Till then, model on. Okay, folks, we finally got this model finished, my Cannery Row Sardine Company. And I wanted to show you how it turned out. I'm pretty proud of it. Come up with my own idea. It was supposed to be a feed and seed, but I made it my own. Like I said, you can do that with models. Make it your own. And as you can see, I've added a lot of detail. I got a guy there chopping up the sardines. I got a not a seagull, but another seabird there eating up what he chopped up. And I just added a lot of detail. Put barrels and another guy coming out here. Put some signs on it. Put some skids of things in the attic area and barrels, and put a sign on top of a sardine, rusted up, make it look like it's old. And my little guy just fell over. It's still drying, so you know you have to let it dry good. Fix him up there. And so yeah, I'm pretty proud of it. Put a sign up on there, rusted up the roof like I said I was going to, and in the back I put a fence. Little fence in the back, little signs on the back there. So yeah, I'm pretty proud with this one, and this will include the video today, and I hope you sit back and enjoy it. Again, please subscribe to my channel and hit the like button and the notification bell to let you know when there's going to be another video posted. And until then, model on.